Let's just double check audio to see it's all good. All right, then, everybody, welcome to BRL Season 14, Round 2 here in Jeddah. Last time out in Australia, we had a pretty chaotic one. We actually had the pair fighting for the win at some point collide on track. And other than that, brilliant wet to dry race. I'm not too sure what the weather is here or what it's saying. Assuming dry for the whole thing, obviously in Jeddah, especially around the time it is normally in a Formula 1 season, it's not very likely to be wet, but yeah, I believe it'll be dry throughout the whole time here, unless someone says otherwise. But yeah, anyway, last time out in Australia, obviously you mentioned a few things there, but it ended up being Rose, the one who took the win there ahead of Wolfie and Rashik. It's Rashik in here, but his name is Alex on the actual thing. I should change that now before I forget. Although he's got that free. I mean, I believe that's a free, so I think I'll just put it down as it's just Alex instead. Oh no, it's meant to be Alex 31. I think he's an Ocon rep then, so I'm just going to have to put it as Alex. I actually don't know how to do in small numbers, but I will know what that means, and hopefully everyone else will know what that means from this round forward. Anyway, though, what happened there was that Rose obviously been qualified second and took the win from Wolfie in the end. Wolfie did get quite lucky at the end, but obviously he took pole, he took the fast lap, and he got those bonus points, which means he's only 1 point away in the championship so far. And Alex in the Red Bull, he's on 20 points, he's already 5 points back, but we'll see what he can do. And other people as well, Bluebird, Blackbone, P4 and 5 in a minute, obviously from their P4 and 5 in the actual results, but yeah, they didn't do bad either. In that race, Bluebird did risk it actually in the last couple of laps of the race to stay out on the hard tyres, but it did not work for him in the end. He finished P4, but everything else seemed to work out all right for him. And Blackburn as well was able to catch up in the end with that late safety car, but nothing else really came in that race, unfortunately, with those penalties. Right, we're just going to move away from the standings then and into this qualifying session. Let's see what the track is like here. Here is the most amount of corners here on a Formula 1 track, on the whole calendar actually. And let's see now, it's turn one. It's pretty tight here around third gear, and you definitely try and put these two curbs, and Alex has done that pretty nicely here. But bottom out on the curb on the outside there, and a very, very, very quick turn three leads into a very tricky turn four. Not really too surprised when you see people hit the inside wall on their laps. And now turns 5, 6, 7, and maybe 8. Let's see. No, tiny lift there from Alex, and then turn 9 here. Pretty non-negotiable one there. It is flat as long as you get the turn 8 bit right. And let's now see here towards turn 10. Actually, a bank corner. I think it's the second highest bank corner compared to obviously the highest bank corner being Zandvoort. And now we've just gone through turn 11. Here's turn 12. Turn 13. Very tricky corner as well. I think it's the trickiest corner on the whole thing, but he's done that nicely there, Alex. And then obviously there's a couple more corners here. I don't really know what classifies as corners technically on this track. We might need to have a track map up at some point, but oh well. Yeah, we'll try and figure that out eventually. But I want to say it's corner 21. Looks to be pretty nice there. 6th gear, pretty good. I think there was 22 and 23 we just passed. 24, 24 and 25. Yeah, actually, hold on a minute. I don't know exactly. I believe it's 20-something corners. It might be 26. Other than that, though, it's pretty much a straight. A little bit of a lock-up there, I think, at the front. Definitely struggled to get a little bit more of that front bite for Alex there. But he's got a lap done. And let's see where it puts him. 26.9. We're already into the 1 minute 26s. Nothing but expected, honestly. That is a great lap, and that is a pole position ready lap, really. Cade on there in the 29s. He did say he was actually capable to go in the 27s, so let's see if he's able to replicate that in this qualifying session. Wolfie, last race's pole, just a couple of tenths back. Walton there, P4. A D as well, actually getting, well, I was going to say quite close, but no, actually, it's a 28-1. So, I think the last time we did Jeddah here, he was on the front row, from what I can remember. I definitely think he can have a bit more chance of that one. Oh, and Walton there, stuck in turn 1. He's going to be very careful with this one. Trying to get back onto the track there. Henson in P4. A couple of tenths away from a D at the minute, but I'm assuming that a D will try to improve. Walton's car, is it stuck? I don't know what's going on there. I can't change the camera on him either. There we go. All's okay there. Now, actually, there's a bit of debris, actually, in that corner there. I don't know. But Ardmore there is P7. Kodor there looks like he's trying to warm up there. He's in P8, and Notorious here. The first time I've actually seen him out on track, I think he missed the first round. He is up there in P2, and it's a pretty damn good lap of minute. He's once again only a couple of tenths away from Alex, so we're going to have another person fighting for pole position. Blackburn here is second down, but we know how he's pretty good in the races, so let's see how he goes as well. And right now, let's see, we're going to be able to see anyone else, because obviously traffic here, the big killer. Traffic is a major killer around the track. Let's see Baz Brains. No, he's currently starting his lap. So let's see anyone else. Ooh, Abdul very close there to the Mercedes. Oh no, Bevan. Okay, Bevan's on out lap. That's okay. Yeah, obviously some things in the sessions they will need to change. Obviously, from the first round we did see a few qualifying incidents. Right now, I'm not seeing any. Brilliant news. That's all I really want. Just to not really see any qualifying instance, but yeah, right now, look at that. There's the V-carb there I believe that was Kodoy, who actually was on a lap. Yeah, he's backed off it now. I don't know what's happened there. He also seems to have lost a bit of wing here, actually, Kodoy. Let's see. On the left side, yeah, actually there is a bit of wing damage on that V-carb, so I don't know if he's actually made a mistake and hit the wall just after the corner that we saw him go by. But yeah, he is not looking too great there at the minute. And I think once again, traffic, like I said, the major issue here, so hopefully people can get out of the way in time, but won't be surprised to see some reports. There's Pablos, though, in P6, in the Ferrari, the new Ferrari livery, actually, from the elimination mode that is out now. But yeah, look at that. That's how you should get out of the way there. Just go straight on, try to disturb their braking, although some people might argue that's a bit of disturbing the braking, but yeah, it's the easiest way to get out of the way of people there, and for Bevan here, he's going to have a pretty clear lap, at least in that first sector. He's got a car ahead of him, but I believe he should be okay there, as I was actually watching his teammate, Baz Brains there now, goes P8 on that lap. Not too bad. He actually got P6 last time out, so let's see how he goes out there. Duncan Rod also trying his best to set his lap at the minute. Rose, the only driver we've not seen out there whatsoever for a minute, unless Ben hasn't been out there at all. He might not have been out there at all, but definitely Rose, he will at minimum be one of the two we've never seen out there yet. So let's see. Anybody else trying to improve in a minute? Kadom looked like he was on a better lap, but I think a low fuel mode has got to him, so we are not be seeing any improvements from him. Let's see Bevan, though. He is going to be the next person to set a lap, I believe, unless any of these guys are closer. Bluebird's starting his lap, actually. Once again, like I said, he qualified P5 last time. So he was P4 initially, but P4 in the race, sorry. But yeah, P5 in that qualifying. And he did do a pretty good Jeddah last time out. He actually finished third in the end, even with a 3-second penalty, although that was definitely attributed to a lot of fighting from behind him, I believe between Bria Harris, Pavlos, Blackburn and a D. I think that was the four that were there. But while I was saying that, Bevan pops in a time to go P10. Let's see who else is going on in a minute. Duncan Rod will be finishing his lap soon. That is not very healthy, that salt connection. That's what's going to be happening there. My goodness. Uh-oh. There is a bit of lagging going on. I really hope this isn't just me. I think we're all okay. I'm not seeing anyone else. Oh, that was Bluebird completely off then. I really hope that is not going to stay that way. Okay. Anyway, Duncan Rod did pop in this time there. He did go 13th. I really hope this is not connected to everybody else, or it might be Bluebird, I don't know. But this is looking... Oh, Lord. Oh, my God, no. This is not looking good at all. Is this happening to any other driver? Because I'm not seeing it with Jerry Ripker over here. He seems to be pretty stable. This might be happening with Bluebird. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, he is going to run to the line. Let's just see what he does here. As I think that was someone else going further forward in front of him. Bluebird goes P4. I think it was G. Benny. Yeah, G. Benny was the one that went P9 initially, but is now in P10. Let's see everybody else starting their laps or finishing laps on there. Let's watch Jerry Ripcord. He comes across the line. I think it's an Alpine finishing their lap as well, or it might be a Ben starting one. It's Ben starting one. That's not too bad there. We definitely keep that in mind. Jerry Ripcord goes P9. Not too bad there, actually, for the Williams team. Let's see who else comes across the line now. I think that is... a D there. Taking it really, really slowly coming across these final few corners. But yeah, right now, let's see. Alex currently on a lap in a minute. He's going quite quick. Wolfie looks to be on starting a lap as well. Bluebird, obviously, he's finished up his lap, so he's currently P4 at the minute, but he will be trying to go again a little bit later on in the session. Duncan needs to be careful with the McLaren behind him, especially if he's on a lap. I don't know if that McLaren is. Maybe Kadom, actually. Yeah, Kadom is all okay there. Kodoy, I think, is doing one of his laps as well. Ben is doing one of his laps. Rose is doing one of his laps. Let's watch Alex, though, who's currently 3.5 tenths up. So I'd say a pretty good bet for pole. Maybe even a tiny slipstream going around these final three corners, but obviously these guys need to make sure they're not disturbing him too much. Look like a much nicer final corner on entry, but definitely a little bit hesitant mid-corner there for Alex. Let's see what he does, though, coming across the line, because it might just work for him. Across the line he goes. Yeah, 26.6. Brilliant lap from him so far. Let's see if anyone able to respond. Let's see, can Rose, who is the main one, actually, we should be looking at here, can he respond on his first lap? He will have another shot at doing another lap, but let's see what his initial run is going to be. Across the line he goes. He does respond immediately. 26.6. Both of these drivers on 26.6 there. Incredible stuff. And we'll have to see how they respond a little bit later on. I think Notorious is going for his lap as well. Wolfie invalidates for his one, so we're not going to see anything of that one. Blackbone looks to be going as well, and meanwhile, D also trying to improve in a minute, but he's a tenth and a half down. Don't know if he's going to be deciding to abandon this lap or not, but let's have a look. Going into the final three corners, there is a Mercedes in the way, but he needs to make sure to get out of the way quick as he can. There may be slightly affected. Let's see. He's getting a nice little toe to the line, though, actually. It might not be Mercedes, it might be Wolfie in the Sauber. Let's see. But, yeah, no, he actually does improve in the end. Probably had a bit of a bad final sector in his first run, so he definitely stuck with it. And a little bit of a toe there from the Sauber helped, and he goes up into P6. Drops Blackburn as P7, but he's coming on the lap as well. Will be one of the first we'll see, I believe, come across the line next. I think maybe we'll see one of the Mercedes cars. It's not a Mercedes car? Oh, no, it's a Sauber car, sorry. It's not Wolfie, it'll be probably Duncan Rod. But anyway, let's have a look at Blackburn. He's 3.5 tenths up, so let's see where this could put him. This could put him ahead of Bluebird, although the McLaren needs to be very careful. He's been coming on the racing line. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who that was. It's Kadom, who's probably trying to set up a lap there, and that is not going to be very good for Blackburn. He might call it and come into the pit lane here. Let's see. He's not going to come into the pit lane. Let's see where he goes, though. Only 2.5 tenths up. Probably had a bit more improvement in him in that final sector. Definitely was afflicted there a bit by Kadom there, who was on the racing line. But Kadom probably decided to go on with it. But unfortunately for him, it did not work. Pablos there now replaces him there, Blackbone, and he goes into P5. Only a couple of tenths away, actually, from Wolfie there in P4 as well. So we might see something good from him. I think Notorious... I think Notorious has massively improved his lap. We didn't see it. Yeah, it improved by 4 tenths. And he is now only a tenth away from the guys out in front. So brilliant stuff from Notorious as well. As Blackburn calms down on his lap. A D, I don't think, actually improved on his. Neither as our Hensis. He comes into the pit lane. Absolutely sends the pit lane. I think some people are doing that in qualifying. They love to see that. And there we go. Let's see what's going to happen now with Kadom here. He did actually block Blackburn. Can't speak words now. He did block Black... oh my God. Okay, I'm not going to bother. He blocked the Aston Martin. Obviously going to the final corner there. And let's see, though, where he could at least make up for it in this qualifying session. He's currently 4 tenths up. And once again, like I said earlier, he said he can reach into the 27s. But look at this. It's basically a 2x2 bit here. Got to make sure here not to... any issues. This is not good with the lag, though. I don't know what is happening. And he's got to be very careful in the McLaren teammate. No, he looks to be all okay, though, in the end. Yeah, once again, traffic. Big issue. But... yeah, people have got to be just that bit more careful, I think. Move out just a little bit earlier if they can, or at least try to. But yeah, Kadom there, a 5.5 tenths of improvement, and he's not went up a place. Wow. Like, that's pretty insane when you think about it. But yeah, right now, Arbnor still last at the minute, but he's on 3-lap-old tyres, so I think he's just sort of trying to get his eye in as much as he can, and then probably go for it on one last attempt throughout the lap. Let's see, I think Baz Brains will be the only other driver doing a lap at a minute, maybe Bevan as well. But let's watch Baz Brains a minute. Do need to give a bit of flowers in, really. He hasn't raced here for quite a while, but obviously a P6, pretty damn good for him. Let's see how he's going to go here. About a 10th up at the minute, so he might find himself in the upper half of that top 10, not the lower half, bottom 10. So you'll find himself in the lower half of the top 10, not the top half of the bottom 10. There we go. Let's have a look, though. Anyway, comes out the final corner. It looks like everyone's missing that apex a little bit, but I think that actually might be the line that most people want to take here. Don't want to go too close to it and just maybe open up that corner a little bit and see if it works. And right now, it's not worked enough. Blackbone, 2 out of 2 qualies now where I've been blocked. Tyres are 3 laps old, so slow is Caden, what Caden's saying as well. Yeah, I do feel a bit of a black man there. Caden, unfortunately. Yeah, Caden will be apologising as well. But it's unfortunate, but yeah, not good. Bluebird's telling me lag issues, which is not good at all. That is the last thing I want. As I was saying, it's just Bluebird, which I mean I can somewhat agree with, but on a few of these cars I do kind of agree with him as well. Bluebird, a few of these cars do look not the best on connection, and I think that is probably for myself there. But anyway, Bevan has got a couple temp improvement there. He goes up to P15. Walton as well, trying to do one of his laps as well. But yeah, this is having the calm bit now, before everybody comes out, starts their out laps, and then goes for it. But yeah, Bevan, I think, actually, don't want him blocking a V-carb here, but I think he'll be all okay. Arbnor looks to be backing out of his lap as well. He is going to be probably trying to recharge one more lap. Yeah, I mean, if there is connection issues, like, a lot early on, then obviously, yeah, we'll definitely consider trying to restart the race, but yeah, right now, I think we'll be all okay. We'll also screenshot the results just to make certain that we haven't lost them. But right now, I think we're all okay. And yeah, there we go. Look, everyone's coming out now. We've got a load of people right next to each other. Is that 4 cars right next to each other? I think it is. No, 3 cars, sorry. Yeah, Notorious, Wolfie, Blackbone's still in the pit lane. He's got to get out there really quickly. That's a Williams leaving with D. But no signs of Blackbone at the minute. There's McLaren there, I believe, of Kadom trying to make it out. There's Blackbone. Are people going to be able to get it out here? Bad's Brains definitely can't. His teammate is out there on the track a minute. G. Benny might need to have a little rush here to make it to the flag. Bad's Brains will probably have been done with his last lap. Yeah, both the Aston boys need to hurry up here. G. Benny especially, if he wants to get a lap in. Anyway, let's see what is happening into this one. Our Hens will be the first one to take us on for their final lap, at least of the people who've come out again. Look at that, all the top 9 there, out and out laps. Jerry Ripcore, actually, will be the first person to go do it. Let's have a look at Jerry Ripcore. As let's see it. I'm actually pronouncing his name slightly wrong there, but oh well. Whatever. We'll just keep going with the Williams man here, and let's see how he goes. A little lift there, actually, through turn 9, but that is definitely what a lot of people have been doing recently. I think that actually might be G. Benny behind him. Yes, it is. So G. Benny's not going to be having much help here. He can't really find much time behind the Williams. He'll need to basically push around this whole lap and then try his best to make it to the line in time. I don't think G. Benny will make the flag here unless he really pushes, and even then, he'll probably take a lot of life out of his tyres initially. He might have the cleanest lap at the end. Let's see, though, here. There's Jerry Ripcore. We're just seeing how he goes at the minute. I'd really love it if it was like the F1 qualifying bit where they actually show me all the timings at the bottom of drivers who are going quickly, but alas, we can't do that. But right now, though, Jerry Ripcore is 3/10 up, so he is not going too badly at the minute. Let's see, is anybody else on some decent laps at the minute? I don't know, but I'm going to probably assume someone like Rose is. Let's have a quick look at what he's going to be doing right now. Let's have a quick look. Here we go. Let's see, is he up on his time? He's 300ths up. Well, that's a wait and see on that one. Anyway, Jerry Ripcore across the line. He went P9, so not too bad for him. Let's see where our Henson goes here now, because there's such a gaggle of cars in that middle sector. I will need to keep an eye on them. Let's see it now, though, as we keep going with our Henson. Will he improve on his time? He does go back ahead of Jerry Ripcore, so that's good enough for him. Let's see who else going quickly. He's 3.5 tenths up there. He will need some proper improvement on this lap, and he is showing it. Rose now 2.5 tenths up. Let's see, is anyone coming across the line now? Looks like a few people are trying to. There's a Red Bull up ahead. Pablos looks to try and maybe give his teammate a little bit of a slipstream there. As Bluebird 3/10 up as well. Let's see where he goes. Bluebird goes ahead of his teammate there. Let's see where Rose now goes, because obviously he will be the next car to take the flag, but he's not really the next car to actually take the flag in a valid lap. Let's see it now with Alex. Alex is in as well. Both of them invalidated. Notorious invalidates as well. Wolfie, it's all up to him now to try and steal pole of the guys out in front. Will Wolfie be able to take 2 out of 2 poles? He's just going to miss out by 600ths of a second there. And look at the insanity of this. Notorious trying to give his teammate Kate on the toe there. Let's see how he's going to go now late on his lap. Let's have a look. I think there was a D there, probably someone was a P5, I believe. Let's have a look now. Jeremy Sapp as well, up in 9th. Where is Kate? I'm going to go here. A little bit of a slow for his teammate. Let's see how he goes. He does not improve. G. Benny looks to have just lost too much time on his lap. Jerry Ripcore is done. Blackburn also invalidates. That is it, I believe. And look how close is out front. My God. I mean, obviously, a lot of people have validated their last laps. Rose, Alex, Notorious. But Wolfie got close on that last lap. My goodness me. Yeah, wow, brilliant stuff. And I think Adidas actually, yeah, really close there in the end. With a D, P5 right there. The Ferrari boys, 6 and 7 there. Blackburn in P8, Jeremy Sapp P9. Our Henson rounds off our top 10. Let's just get a picture of that one while we're here. Bevan leaves session. We're going to need to invite him back very quickly. Hopefully I can. Oh no, hold on a minute. Uh-oh. Okay, I don't know if I can invite Bevan back. Anyone who's maybe watching the stream and can maybe invite Bevan back, that would be brilliant. But that is a very close qualifying. Top 4 within a tenth of a second, and a D there as well. Just makes that bit closer. I love it. And yeah, right now we're just waiting to see. There we go. Yeah, Bevan's showing back to sort at the bottom there. Yeah, brilliant stuff though for that qualifying there. And what's best about it is that usually we'll see 1 or 2 drivers maybe dominate now, but look at how tight it is here. 5 drivers with a tenth and a half there, but Rose comes out on top. Alex is in P2. Wolfie P3, he shares the second row with Notorious in P4. A DP5, Bluebird P6, next with teammate Pablos in P7. Blackburn P8, Jeremy Saff P9, our Henson rounds out our top 10. P11 is Jeremy Ripcord with Peter and Baz Brains, Kodo in a Mercedes powered sandwich there, as he's with Baz Brains and G Benny, 12th, 13th, 14th. Kane on P15, Ben in P16, Bevan in P17, Dunker on P18, P19 goes to Walton and P20 with Arbnor there. Where did these guys found these times? I do not know at all. But yeah, I doubt there'll be any rain this race. No one's reported it at all. Normally when nobody reports these sort of things, then yeah, we should be all okay. But hopefully this will be a somewhat clean race. Oh, I will definitely expect a few incidents here, in all honesty. I'm not going to expect fully clean driving across the whole field, because in a league race on Jeddah, with 20 cars, it's likely not going to happen, especially with a bit of a pace disparity between the grid. There will be a few incidents, but all I'm hoping for is just not an absolutely insane crash. We're not hoping like an F1 esports level crash they had in Jeddah, because that one was ridiculous. But anyway, we're going to wait and see what tyres people are on right as we are back for the 5 red lights. Sandstorm coming according to Blackbone. We're probably going to see some good fights on track. It's going to be 5 red lights. We're now under Ray Rose. Looks like he's got a pretty good start there. Alex looks to be having a little bit of a worse one there. Wolfie might try and pounce him on the inside there. Now goes Notorious. Let's see. He's going to be able to get ahead of Wolfie. There's maybe a little bit of contact there. Oh my goodness me. Yep, that's a bit of science of bad connection there. Looks like Notorious was basically going on top of his car. Oh, there is a big crash behind though. I think they have also Williams and Jeremy Ripcord. Penalty for Abnor as well, who is, I'm assuming, jumped the start. And he's up to P11 somehow. I'd assume, once again, that is a jump start. But right now, it looks to me the top 3 have remained in their places. A D has switched to Notorious. Both the Ferrari boy, a Bluebird there goes incredibly wide, and Pablo Serra in P7. A few more penalties down the grid there. Baz Brains managed to get a 10-second penalty for ignoring a yellow flag. Don't know how that one happened, but he will have to serve that one at his next stop. Unfortunately for him, there's a bit of a issue here though for Pablos. He has lost a lot of time already in this race. Is he on the hard tyres? Let's have a quick look. He is not. Bluebird is actually a teammate on the hard tyres there. And that was actually a bit of a lag forward. I don't like that one. But anyway, right now the top 5 already streaking away from the Ferrari behind there. And I do not like this Ferrari's connection at all. Where is... Hold on a minute. Okay, no, ignore me. I was probably looking at the wrong car there. But anyway, Jeremy Sav looks like he's on a little bit too wide there. Goes off the track. Looks like Blackbone now. He didn't have the best of starts either. He is going to be trying his best to make his position back up there on Jeremy South. Looks like he's going to do that one now. Looks like he's going to do that one pretty good. Yeah, Jeremy South concedes that one in the end of things. There's this absolute send from Kadon. Kodoy probably will be very happy with that one. And now our Henson tries to pounce on his teammate. This can be very tight here, going towards turn 1. It might be 3-1 between the pair of these guys. Let's have a quick look here, and we're now going to see it in towards turn 1. Kodoy goes for a big lunge back on the inside. He goes way too deep though, and he's going to lose that position there back against Kadon. Unless tries keeping it there, and I don't know if he actually might. And let's see our Henson now trying his best to get past Kadon. Trying to go for a send in turn 4. He's maybe just got that one. This is insanity sort of battling. And all our Henson can do is just watch. Bevan leaves session again. Someone will need to invite him back, because I don't know if I've got him on Headed Friends, but that was an insane fight there, and Kodoy almost loses it there. And now our Henson trying to spring on his teammate, and let's see it now. Where is he going to go? into this corner on the outside, just managed to stay ahead there. Now let's enable every single bit that we need here. Let's just double check that Bevan's not on the friends list. No, he's joined back. We're all good. Right. Anyway, let's have a quick look now. I think Baz is also trying to make a move there down the lower end of the field, but we're not watching that at the minute. We are watching the fight out in front, and right now, it's a convincing one between Alex and Rose. Wolfie jumping a little bit further back there at the minute, but obviously he's got his own battery to use as well, and he will wait to see where he can pounce. This time pouncing might be right now. Let's have a quick look. Anyway, let's see it now. Rose looks to be maybe a little bit under threat here, going down towards turn 1, but Wolfie does as well on Alex, except Buzz Brains has got past Jeremy Sander, but it looks like Henson trying to go for it as well. It looks like all these guys trying to really go for some moves, and up in front there, we got Blackburn and Jeremy Saff. Jeremy Saff, Baz Brains, sorry, they look to have got past. Henson gets past a pair of these guys. Henson and Kadon. Kadon a little bit late on the brakes. He's got to be careful. In that McLaren car, he's gone a little bit wide there now. Let's see Kodoy on the outside. Will he try and go to the inside again? And these guys continue fighting. I think he's all okay. Yellow flag. Jeremy Saff is out. He's clipped the wall on the inside. I said it was going to happen in qualifying, and it's happened in the race only on lap 2, I believe. And there we go. Oh, no, lap 3 maybe, actually. I think it's lap 3. This thing's saying lap 3. I need to stop speaking, because otherwise the thing on PlayStation needs to get out of the way. I don't know if any of you can see that on the stream, but hold on. Yep, lap 3. There we go. Just want to double check, because at the minute, where it's just like, who's talking up high, that's currently blocking my vision of that. Jeremy Saff, unfortunately for him, though, did do decent qualifying. That's all we can really say about that race, unfortunately for him. And yeah, really sucks for him. Involved in a lap 1 crash in Melbourne, and now in Jeddah, lap 3, he is out. And here we go. The safety car's back. Let's see up the front. Has anyone got a good restart? Looks like Alex and Wolfie have kept relatively close to the guys out in front. Bluebird already with a penalty on them hard tyres. Let's see now what is going to happen out in front. Will there be a move made into the last corner? I don't think anything's going to happen as of yet, but let's keep waiting and seeing as we're going to quickly go back towards the back of the field. Caden is really jumping about. A few cars are doing it. Will not just be Bluebird, as he reported, but let's see now. Alex and Rose, the top 2, trying to go do a bit more battle again, like they did in Australia. Right now, they can't do just that at the minute. There's just a little bit too much between them there. And now Blackbone past Pablos. Pablos struggling a little bit, I think, on the opening stint here. And Blackbone's next target is Bluebird out in front of them hard tyres. Let's see anyone else trying to make a move down the back of the field. I don't think Walton's really going to be too close to the Red Bull there. I think he'll be just a bit too far back. He is a bit too far back for the minute, but that Red Bull looks to be a little bit hesitant on traction there, and even then, it definitely didn't look too good for him. Jeremy Ripcore, unfortunately for him, thinking a bit of damage after that first lap crash. He really needs to get that one back in the race, but right now, he's to be sort of on the hard tyres, just waiting for it. Anyway, Kodoy now. 3rd driver to pick up a penalty. 4th driver, sorry, actually. I think it's Arnold. Did he get a drive-through? Did he actually also get another penalty? No, he didn't get another penalty. Bounce Brains is probably unfair, but he will serve that regardless. And right now, though, look at these camera shots. We're getting some lovely camera shots at the minute. I will also go through the position changes in a minute. But yeah, let's just admire this for a second. This is some great camera shot. I love seeing this one at Jeddah. But anyway, let's have a quick look now. Kadom maybe on the front from our Henson as well when we see him. Blackburn the same to Pablos, even though he just overtook him. And right now, Dean Notorious starting to slip away his tiny bit from these guys out in front. But obviously, I think it's mainly Notorious who is the one who's actually slipping away just that bit. But let's see now, a D. Will he try and go for a move on Rose into turn 1? It looks to be happening now. Alex, sorry. He takes the lead of the race there. And it should allow Notorious to close this a bit more. He's got quite a lot of battery in all fairness. And some of these guys do not. He's on par with Wolfie in a minute, who's sitting pretty nice in P3. But obviously, any of these guys' race can be ruined by that corner we just saw Jeremy Saff out. And the D there with a snap, that's not going to help him throughout this whole section here. Good to wait and see how that goes in the end. Henson as well has got ahead of Kadon, or maybe stayed ahead. And Kodoy a little bit wide there. Got to be careful of the walls here, obviously. And I don't know if he's got any damage on that car. It doesn't look to be that he does, but I think he's just naturally struggling out there on the track. And Ben on the hard tyres is trying his best to close back up to him. Yeah, hard tyres again. Yellow flag out there. That's Abnor, who has had an issue in turn 5. Definitely shot the car a little bit. And yeah, there you go. Half the wing is off his car. And yeah, unfortunately for him, that might be his race. Sort of run the minute. And here we go. Look at this sort of stuff here. Rosie trying to have to go on the inside here of Alex as Wolfie was really trying to push him through the corner. Let's see now how it goes here with Rose. He had to lift off a little bit too much. Didn't have the right line, but he knows that he's turning on the battery now. Rose's got to go for a move. Wolfie's pressuring him. And now Alex is going to have to lose positions out to the pair of them, as he's going to be down to P3. Wolfie's still on the inside of Rose. Rose takes the lead, and let's see who else is going to have a good run. Alex is the one who has the best run. Let's have a look at him. He's going to use all the battery down here now. Surely everybody is, though. Wolfie has got hardly any battery left. It's going to be 3 wide into the first turn. Who is going to come out on top here? It's going to be contact, a tiny bit maybe, but Wolfie manages to somehow get it on the middle of those two. And let's see now, Alex trying his best to go on the inside here. He's going to now take the lead of the race. He was on the inside, but now look at that. He's managed to make it work. And there we go, Alex up into P1. And we're going to wait all over again for the next lap. And this is interesting. Every single one of these guys, very little battery. Oh, Henson out of the session. He has clipped the wall at turn 4. And that is going to be a full safety car this time instead of Jeremy Saff's one. And there we go, our Henson out here. And Bluebird getting very close to these guys out in front. Not sure what's happening. Bluebird, if you are hearing this, for your sake, trying to start the drivers out in front, even maybe telling you that. I don't know. But yeah, our Henson out, the V car. Unfortunately for him, he's not scoring any more points like he was last time out, P7, that was. And he's going to now rely on Kogoy, who, unfortunately for him, is not on the best race there, either in P11. He will need also to try and pull out a little bit more of a gap with that 3-second penalty. He might argue that one, obviously, but yeah, we don't know. Henson saying no. Obviously not very happy with that one. Jeddah, once again, such easy corner to make a mistake. Unfortunately for him, though, it is a bit in there. And actually, hold on, he's giving me a bit more of an interesting stat here. Yeah, it's his first DNF here in BRL in the 14 seasons he's raced. That's his first DNF, and it's gone just like that. It's not a crash with other cars. It's just a crash with that tiny barrier, and that's all it takes to get it done in Jeddah. And interestingly enough, we've got Bluebird out there on the track again on 6 up old hearts. And I think I can see what's going on here, obviously. And I think everybody else can see what's going on. These guys are all going to take us again on them hard tyres. And this might be a sight that he might not want to see. You don't want to see everybody coming in. Kadon gets 10-second penalty. Okay, so, yeah, Bluebird's connection is apparently not that good at all. This might be a very bad restart, if that's going to be the case. And right now, every single driver on the grid who was half caught up has pitted. Every single one. Interestingly, Wolfie on mediums. Very interesting strategy, that one. So he has to pit again. Jerry Ripcore is one of the only other drivers to stay out, and I'm assuming Arbnor as well on, 0 lap old hards. He should be okay to stay out too, unless he's going into the pit lane for a change of tyres. No. So other than Jerry Ripcore and other than Arbnor here, Bluebird is the other one to stay out. And I can... Oh, my goodness me. Has a bit of left the session, which is a bit... Well, I did not see a single bit of that. What the hell happened? What the hell? What the hell? Sorry, what? Hold on. Give me a second here. Give me a sec. I want to see this again. What happened? What happened to Bluebird? So he's just driving under the safety car here. Looks like almost hit it. And then, oh my goodness me, he loses on the curb. Has he actually... Oh my goodness me. Oh, she somehow spun blue. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, he's left the session as well. Oh no. Okay, right. Bluebird's internet has absolutely ruined him. The only good thing about this is that his car has been able to stay out on track, so that's the only good thing he's really got for him. But right now, Bluebird struggling, to say the least, with his internet. And that is actually a massive shame as well, because it looked like he dropped on the curb, but no. What Alex just told me Yeah, he somehow spanned Bluebird as he was ghosted on the track. So, unfortunately for him, Bluebird, who was leading on that safety car, has dropped down to P8. And, I mean, he said he was on recording some issues with his internet. I don't know if it was just with myself or anything else, but I have seen a few cars with a bit of a jitter. And he also, once again, recorded some issues with his internet throughout qualifying. So, yeah, it looks to be back in his car now. Hopefully, he can be better here. I don't know, he's not back in his car just yet, but hopefully, at least for him, he's going to sort himself out now, because even if he is in a lower position here, you'd much rather him just sort of be able to sort of just keep in the race with some decent connection. That will be what we want. Yeah, so it is so bad though. I've just looked at it on stream, and honestly, it looks like he's just spanning the curb here in second gear. Like, it really does, but he hasn't, and he is back in the race now. Let's see how his connection looks. I'm not sure what his throttle's doing there. I think it's all okay now, whatever that was. You give me a little weave there, Bluebird. I don't know if you'd be able to hear me, but, you know, a little weave that might let me know how good your internet is in a minute. If I see you sort of jumping around quite a bit, that is not a good idea. Safety car is in this lap though, so hopefully you can give me a little weave. I don't think we'll be able to. Here we go, it gives us a little weave. It does look the best, but it looked better than what it was. So anyway though, we've got these guys out in front. Obviously the limit is over 50 miles an hour, and you're okay. You cannot go under 50 miles an hour, otherwise we're going to see some massive crashes behind. That is what normally happens when that sort of thing happens. So we get rid of the HUD here, so we can see them approaching the final corner. It looks to me that Alex still hasn't gone yet. We're waiting and waiting and waiting. The track map is still there, but let's see. He's still waiting here. We're keeping it off for the minute. He's waiting and waiting. Look at all the cars ready to go. And there we go. Alex is gone. And he's got a brilliant restart there on Wolfie. Let's see it now as Rose. We're going to take on all the HUD back again. And here we go. Wolfie's got to defend from Rose into the first turn. It's exactly what Alex would want. He wants fighting into those first turns, which doesn't involve him. Blackman looks to be going a bit deep there. And there you go. Look, Bluebird just losing so many positions there. I don't know if that was contact or if that was just by him ghosting. But he's already careful now as Kodoy on the outside. Looks to be all okay now at the minute. But there's a wide McLaren there of Kadom. He looks to be all okay now. And yeah, no, okay, and then my Bluebird's internet is awful at the minute. I don't know what is happening. But obviously, in them old tyres, though, he's also got to try and make up for that one as well. And he goes wide once again. Almost gets a penalty out in front. His teammates not doing too much better either. And they go, look, Bluebird, I think actually might be pulling to the side there. I don't think he can play with his internet. I think he's done the right thing there. Unfortunate for him, but I think that is him done from this race. At the very least, he might try and follow around in the back of the field, and I think he's doing just that. As long as he can follow around the back of the field, he should be okay. But right now, though, we have to try and follow back out to the front. Our Henson leaves session. He is obviously done as well, who DNF there on lap 5. Bluebird, I think, he's trying to get back to the pit lane now and retire from the race as well. But right now, though, Alex leading Wolfie in a minute. Wolfie does need to get this move done, really, before Sector 1. If he wants to get that benefit of the medium tyres, and he needs it now, that's what he needs. He needs his benefit now, so he needs to try and get him down the straight. And Alex must know this. He's got to turn the battery down here. Yes, he does. Wolfie, he's going to do the same. He's going to get a tiny slipstream here, but knowing this game and how weak the slipstream is, I don't think it'll be enough. And there we go. Look, they both turn on the battery. They are done. Rose as well, trying to close up in a minute, but there we go. Look, Wolfie can't make a move, and obviously double medium. I believe he was on the medium tyre. Yes, he was. He's had to pit again, unless it was a strategy blunder or anything else like that. But anyway, down the back of the field here, or at least lower half, G. Benny, Duncan was fighting. Duncan actually finally was up in a pretty nice position there. Bluebird, there you go, look, retires from the session. The pit lane, that's very tight between the pair of those, turn 4, but G. Benny just manages to get himself ahead there, and now look, Baz Brains right on the back of these guys, trying his best to find a way through as well, because I don't know how actually happened to Baz Brains. He's had a bit of a awful like pit stop here, or at least just some awful things that happened to him in the race, because he's had down to P13. I do not know what happened, but I definitely thought it was a bit higher than that one. Anyway, though, let's catch our attention back to the front of the field here and look at this. Alex trying his best to streak away a bit more. Look at that, he's used very little battery. He's on 100% right now. Wolfie on 55. He knows he's get it, but he's also got to calm it down a tiny bit here. And no, don't try it. It's this corner. He's going to not do that, but that is not the thing he should have tried. Something grew down to, I believe it was turn 21. He should not try and do that one. by any circumstance. And right now, though, look at this car. Out in the back here, the Williams of a D is trying his best to make a move. And there we go. Wolfie trying to make a move as well. A D trying to make a move on Rose as well. Wolfie on the inside here. He gets the lead. And DRS. And there's Wolfie. No, there's Rose and a D, sorry. Oh, there's even further contact behind there. Blackbone, as well as Carnage on the back straight. It's a little bit of wind got off there as well. Some cars peeling into the pit lane. A D in the pits. And side-by-side for the lead as well. Yeah, look, there you go. Wolfie takes it from Alex there. I don't know what just happened. I was getting so stumbled up my words. But Notorious has suddenly found himself into a podium position here. And Rose drops behind Pablos. I don't know if Rose has any damage. I think he looks all okay, but obviously on them hard tyres, he's going to need to do a little bit more than this now to get back into this race. And Pablos in P4 going to have to maybe hold it back a little bit for that Ferrari team, especially if he wants some more points out of this race. And that suddenly makes someone like Kado and Kodoi. These two were fighting so much at the start of this race. We all saw it. And they are now in P6 and P7. Ben as well, actually, not doing too bad there in PA. And we're seeing some people here who normally shouldn't be thinking about points, but they actually might be knocking on the door of it. Bevan and Walton. Both of these guys are lowering the points, I think, last time out. They're going to maybe get some more here as well. Bevan actually did not get points last time out, so let's see how he goes. No, we go, look, Alex and Wolfie, look how committed the Notorious are trying to be. Trying to do what Oscar Piastri did in the real race, but no, Notorious couldn't do it. And now he might have to look out for the guys behind here. It's Pablos and Rose close up a little bit more to these guys. Wolfie, he's going to try to make a move somewhere. Notorious got to try to make a move somewhere. He's going to make it 2, 3 wide. And let's see it now. They're all on trying to make some space. And there we go. Let's have a look. Alex trying his best to try and leave some space to everybody else. And he has done so. Notorious leads. It might not be for long, though. And Wolfie and Alex are going to do their damn best to get it back. And I think they've already done it there. Look, Alex and Notorious already fighting and have already fought their battle there. Notorious is a free penalty as well. Unfortunate for him, but he'll try and break that one out for the end of the race. The insane stuff so far we're seeing in Jeddah. Yeah, crazy stuff. I don't know if we're going to see anyone else put that turn 4 barrier, but I'll always keep an eye on it there. Right, let's see. Any other things happening down into the field there? Kogo, I think, goes a little bit wide. He's been struggling really the whole time here. We've sort of spectated him. It's unfortunate to see. But yeah, unfortunately for him, he's going to have to live with that right now. Kodoi trying his best to stay in DRS to Kado, and he is doing that right now. Oh, nice, it's a big slide. Did you not see any of that? My goodness me. Bass Rain's also passed G Benny. G Benny trying to fight his way round the outside at turn 10, I believe, or 10, 11. 1 to 2. I really need to track map up. Bluebird lead session now fully. He is gone from this race. And here we go now, Wolfie and Alex, to see how they go once again. Alex trying his best to hold on. Wolfie trying his best to make that move on the next lap. And it's a little bit wide there from Notorious here, I think. But he's got quite a lot of battery to play with here. But so has Alex. Let's see now. Wolfie, surely he's going to breeze past here into the lead of the race. Or will he try and save it till later on in the lap? Let's have a look. No, he's not. Wolfie looks like to the lead. Alex on the inside. Wolfie trying his best, I think, to maybe, yeah, look, they're both trying to lift the DRS. And that's bunched up the back so much to the point where Notorious now is right in the back of them. Rose's on the back of them. We're going to maybe see 4 wide down the main straight. Let's have a quick look at this. Notorious backs out of it. Look at that. Rose now on the inside of Wolfie. Hopefully these two don't touch. This is amazing stuff so far. Rose trying his best to make the move work. Wolfie on the medium tyres. He looks to be all okay. And there you go. Look, Rose just backs out. Has to quickly switch back into his lane. And there you go. Pablos is still there in P5 as well, which is another thing to say. Let's have a look now at these guys. Obviously, I'm really looking at how close they get to this wall. A D fast slap, lowest down the field there. Obviously, in that crash down the back of the field. But I think he definitely still has got something good for him coming. Definitely quite a string of points here in a minute if he keeps going. And yeah, right now actually as well, Blackbone hit the same lap as a D, so I might have just not seen now, not covered it. But yeah, Blackbone as well, absolute stinker from him too. I don't think he got any damage or not. But yeah, look at these guys, down 11, down 9, every single person with DNF, down so many places. Unfortunate for them, but yeah, great for some of these midfield runners. Kadon, Ben as well specifically. Baz Brains too, actually. He managed to find his way through most of the chaos. And he is going to be probably on for another P6 if he keeps it penalty-free. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But right now, it's been a little spaced out here, out in the front, at least for the minute. The only person who maybe say is trying to make a move here is Notorious on Rose. But I think, once again, despite what has happened, I think it's pretty clear who our top 3 are going to be. But Alex comes in. Alex in the pit lane on only 6 uphold hards. interesting stuff here from the Red Bull driver. I don't know what is going to happen here. So he's definitely committing to that two-stop strategy. Another set of hards to the end of the race, I'm assuming. So I think he knows it's not going to be good enough, this tyre wear. And if there is any sort of safety car now, he is going to be in a world of pain here, able to make past quite a lot of these drivers. So, yeah, Pablos also followed him there. And now he's going to be pretty crucial to get ahead of some of this traffic. He finds himself just behind Walton, but Walton probably is going to let him go here into the next turn. There you go, yeah, Walton immediately letting him go. Also probably a little bit distracted by the car in front. There you go. Walton a little bit out of it there in the end. But right now, this is a bold play. Normally we see a load of one-stops happen here by this point. I think, yeah, take Bluebird, for example. Took tyres pretty much the whole way through, depending on about lap 6. There you go, look, Kodoi, so much just lack of pace, a lack of grip. And there you go, it proves it there. Baz Brain's already passed. Kane looks to be struggling ahead as well. But we're going to turn it back to these guys out in front of you because they're already so close. Let's see, is there going to be any sort of moves here made down the field? Yellow flag sector 2. Don't know who that one's going to be. Let's have a quick look. No idea who that was, but anyway, let's have a look. Notorious and Kano, let's see how they go here. Baz Brains probably is actually on for a P4 in a minute if he does not box. And same with these guys up front. I'm assuming Wolfie has to box here now. No, he doesn't. Wolfie, remember, he has to box again, and he's not going for it just yet. But now, Rose, probably trying to take him here on the outside, wouldn't be able to do it. He's not able to do it. He gets it covered up pretty well. Baz Brains and Kadon now these two are fighting here pretty well. Kadon has DRS. Baz Brains probably can't do anything with it, with his limited battery, and he definitely can't there. Kodoi now, I mean, he's gone out of contention between fighting himself and Kadon. But right now, a little bit of actually, I don't know. It actually is just Ward's coming into the pit lane. He gets a penalty as well. Bevan, too, gets passed there by a D as he's trying to make his move back up the field. And right now, Kadon probably doing his best to try and stay ahead of Baz Brains here. Even if he's got the penalty, any sort of distraction from this for this Mercedes, it might work. But no, there you go. Look, another penalty for Kadon. He's focusing a bit too much, maybe on the car behind. But I think he knows now the fight's pretty much over with him. He's got to try and maybe start focusing on the guys behind now. Kodoi, Ben, G. Benny even, Jerry Ripcore. But now look, Alex is right up here with these guys as well. He's got to clear the traffic quickly, and he's got to clear without contact. Jerry Ripcore tries to mess the fight, and he's fought a bit too much. Alex has been half spun there. I don't know whose fault really that one is, but Jerry Ripcore on those old tyres, he's really trying to give it a go. Look, see, he's even trying to fight him proper. I don't know if he knows that Alex is pitted and he's one of the race leaders. Alex used up a lot of ERS there, a lot of time taken to now get him by. And that was the danger of doing it too so early. And here we go now. Rose, Wolfie, and Notorious. Let's see where all these guys come out now. Notorious looks to be sort of sitting back now. Look at the defense of Wolfie. It's super aggressive. He might go a bit too deep though there, the Salby driver. He looks to have just held it there. And Rose has to sit back just for another lap in a minute. Is Wolfie on those medium tyres? Surely he can't go to the end on them. But now, yeah, look, Ben gains positions on Kodoi, who comes into the pit lane. We saw him struggling quite a bit there on his tyres, so that is probably why he's had a lot of tyre wear to face. And there we go, he is in, probably for a set of mediums, I'd assume. Yeah, there we go, look, Kodoi on the medium tyres there, down the back of the field. But, yeah, biggest issue at the minute, Alex, spanned round by Jimmy Rickpaw. Still know who was at fault on that one, but probably Alex expected Jerry to back out there, obviously on them fresher tyres. And there we go, look, G. Benny there now goes wide. He might have to cede position now to Alex. He's going to go on the inside here, probably try to go a little bit of a fight here, obviously. Definitely wants to try and do that for his teammate Blackbone, but Blackbone there far too behind now on these guys. Ben, there you go, does a sensible thing, lets him by, but lets him by a little bit too much there. There's now G. Benny's pass, and there you go, look, Ben makes a little bit of a mistake there. Definitely wasn't the exact play to do, but he does also let past Pablos pretty well, at least for him. And yeah, we'll have to turn attention back to the front again, because these guys constantly fighting once again. Rose takes the lead back from Wolfie, and let's see now, is there anything towards San Juan, or will Wolfie box? I'm assuming he'll box soon, surely, on them tyres. Look, Rose's coming in on the hard tyres. I think he knows now this will be the lap to box, because there's no other way he can really do anything in this race. He probably can't take the tyres to the end. Notorious might be trying to take it to the end, but he's one of them penalties. Wolfie has to box in the mediums by absolute like law in this. And Kadom now trying his best to go. Baz Brains in the pit lane too. He's considering that two-stop strategy. Alex now behind Kadom. Kadom probably needs to try and let him go as soon as possible. Because obviously, once again, they're old hard tyres. I'm not going to do any favours to him. He's still on the trajectory to fight. And there you go. Look, he's trying his best there. Kadom. On the inside, Alex goes is careful. Got to be very careful with these guys, obviously. They want to try and have their spots. And Kadom there, obviously, thought, oh my goodness me, I'm on the podium for a minute. But yeah, Alex, obviously, not very happy with how much this race has gone so far in terms of driving. And there you go, the Pablos maybe even getting a bit of damage, I don't know. But Rose, look, he's out behind him. Pablos trying to go for a defensive move there. Look, Rose tries his best on the outside. Can't really do anything behind the lap car here. Kadom has a massive snap. Pablos is going to the outside. Rose now to the outside of him. He's going to come the inside line to the next turn. And he's going to be so careful. There's a little tyre bang against the wall and everything else. Rose has to back out. Pablos is pushing Kadom through this corner. And Kadom just wants to try and fight because he's probably going for that one stop. He's doing his best out there, at least for something, and he's trying his hardest to keep Pablos at bay. He's going to try to get ready outside his contact. Kadom is half round, and he's fully round here on the apex. That is awful news for him. I don't know if he, oh goodness me, I don't know if he was fighting too much there. But there you go, look, Wolfie finally to the pit lane. Notorious now leads with 7 laps to go. What in God's name is happening in this race? I do not know. A lot of contact and a lot of probably unhappy people. But anyway, Notorious at the minute, you know what? He's not doing too bad at all. And, you know, I mean, he's on some old tyres. Obviously he is. But if he can make them work and make them last, he's got a chance to win this race, you know. And obviously some people are coming to the pit lane. Kadom has to come in now for probably some new medium tyres or maybe even some new softs. Exotic, how's the race going? It's going quite insane, in all honesty. Quite a lot is happening in not really a long enough distance to really make me consider what the hell's going on. Right now, we've seen a very diverse set of strategies here. Jerry Ripcore, actually, I think is the main person I want to focus on here. He was fighting quite a bit with some of these guys, but especially some of the guys out in front. Obviously got half spun. I think half span Alex actually out there. And Alex as well, also getting caught in a bit of contact. I think Pablos actually was the one, sorry. Pablos actually was the one getting contact with Kadom, who now had to pit, and now is a lot further down the field than he wants to be. Let's see, has he got any damage on the car? He doesn't, but he's really struggling with the medium tyres initially to get them working, and that's ruining Kadom's race. Maybe it was by himself or by other people, I don't know. We'll need to watch it back. But right now, Pablos lost position to Wolfie, and Wolfie knows he's got to get that time back up to Rose. He's got to really push out this next corner. Let's see if he can do it across this point. He's not getting DRS back again. Wolfie, unfortunately for him, might be set up with Pablos. He's got no battery left, though. Pablos, let's see how it's going to go for him. He's got nothing left. And I don't think there'll be any challenge for him into turn 1. Baz Brains as well, on the medium tyres. He's past Kodoy, and he's got a Blackbone next to try and go ahead of. Adios gets past G. Benny, who G. Benny pits late on. Unfortunate for him and the Aston team, but 12 laps on mediums is already a massive effort. So fair play to him. He's going on soft tyres. Got a bigger guy home for those last laps, and I don't blame him for trying it. He's going to probably lose position to Ben and probably Duncan as well. Maybe Walton, but I think Walton's a little bit too far back. But yeah, right now, after all of that, Alex, especially being spun round for a bit, he might be in the best position here. Obviously, Rose and Wolfie, those two on the fresher tyres. But Alex right now, he's got a 2-second gap, and he's really trying to catch, just remember, just within 3 seconds of Notorious. There is only 5 laps left. It's going to be an absolute Herculean effort from Alex if he wants this. But he's got to be careful with it. Oh, yellow flag actually out there. Blackbone spins. If this is a safety car, it's going to be awful for Notorious. It'll be great for everybody else. Let's see it, though. I think, unfortunately for him, though, no, Blackbone. As soon as Exotic was talking about Aston wanting to do well, G. Benny pits up his medium tyres, and Blackbone now is running already half a wing. Let's see anything else of what's going on here. Wolfie now close up to Rose. Rose's not got battery to play with. And let's see what Wolfie now could do. And, I mean, it's surely going to be a Wolfie overtake here. He's got DRS, he's got the ERS as well. He's got the fastest lap too. Wolfie past Rose. There you go. Up into 3rd place. And he's now going to be the one to chase down Alex. They were getting about a couple tenths a lap. So by trajectory, you'd say to be passed, or at least right up to the back of him, by the last 2 laps of the race, I'd say. Maybe even earlier. We don't know just yet. But right now, Notorious still making it work out there on this one-stop strategy. Once again, I will remind you, look at his tyres. 13-lap-old hards. They're going to turn to 18-lap-olds. We have seen this before, remember. We have seen this before. We've seen this with Bluebird last season. I'll actually pull up last season. I'll see how long he did on those tyres if I can find it. Let me have a quick look. Actually, hold on a minute. Oh, I don't want to do that. Hold on. I might have messed something up here now. Hold on. Give me 1 second, because this might be very bad. Okay, right. I'm not going to be able to check, I don't think. But anyway, just know he did a load of laps on his stint. And there you go. Look, they're already in that DRS range. Wolfie tags the wall there a little bit there. Got to be a little bit careful now. Well, now he's in that DRS range. He can't just go guns blazing just yet. And will this cost Alex the win? Because everyone now is going to be surely trying to have that chance of P2. And now, Notorious, he's got to not lose 6 seconds in the 5 racing laps that remain. Obviously 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25. It looks like there's only 4 laps left, but there is 5. Trust me on that one. But here you go, look, they're all now here. Alex, Wolfie and Rose. A D as well, actually. A lovely recovery from him so far. He's past his teammate, Jimmy Ripcore, who... Is he also going to the end on these hard tyres? Hold on a minute. I just completely, not even thought about this. Jimmy Ripcore out there, he's almost trying to overtake his teammate again, because obviously they are fighting, but not for position here at this point. Jimmy Ripcore, 19-lap-old hards. When did he... Oh, hold on a minute. I was going to say, when the hell did he pit? He's almost slid right into Baz brains. Baz, though, gets the easy move done. Just before looking at these guys, when did he pit onto thend hard tyres? End of lap 1. Jimmy Ripcore might have finished his race on the hard tyres that was started from lap 1. Insane stuff he makes that one in the top 10. But I think he actually will as well, yeah, because Ben is quite a fair ways back on Kodoy, and we might see him in P9. But right now, what we're going to need to see here is the battle for P2. Alex is getting about second to Notorious, but right now it might not be enough if these all start getting in fights. We're going to wait and see. Notorious is pulling off a bit of a blinder here. He said he had a decent battle of quality pace, and he did go third, I think, in the end. And let's see it now. Wolfie, past Alex, nothing really he can do about it. He does go on the inside again. Let's see Alex try. He's going to be very close. Yellow flag in the next sector. Is that Blackburn again? Blackburn again has had issues. And now, Wolfie will be the ones that have issues next. It's going to be Alex, and it's going to be Rose. The ones that are next to him. Alex on the inside. He can't do anything about him unless there's a look up from the Red Bull driver. He's trying to go deep, and he has gone deep, but he's just managed to cover the switch back there. Rose as well has to sit back, and Wolfie's still trying to make a move there in towards turn 4. Once again, they've got to stay well away from that turn 4 wall. We've seen it catch out Jeremy Saff and our Henson. Bluebird, unfortunately for him, he couldn't do anything there as Baz Brains gets past the D. Baz is having a race of his life again. In this race, this is another P6 spot if he's able to keep it going. And I think he is in a minute. Isn't D back on his inside, though? And D is back on his inside. Shoves Baz Brains off slightly. If he's side by side, he's next to 1. He's got to have to back out there, though, a D. Unfortunately for him, it might be a fight. He can't keep going in a minute. 11 uphold mediums. I know he wants to do his best, but unfortunately for him, I think he knows that he can't keep on that fight just for the minute there. And yeah, he's out of DRS now from Baz Brains. Might just try and keep within there. Bevan out of the session, but that is in the pit lane. Blackburn will probably retire as well with that wing damage, unless he wants to take that fast slap point off Wolfie. But let's see. I think he does actually have the fast slap. Yeah, he does. So maybe Blackburn might take the fast slap point away from him. But right now, we're only going to be on to 3 laps left. They need to catch these 3. These 3 really need to go after Notorious here. They need to stop trying to fight among each other. Fight on that last lap, guys. You've got to do it then. Right now, focus on trying to get ahead and trying to make moves. Try and do that, but not towards yourself. Try and do it towards Notorious. But I don't think they're listening to me. As Wolfie and Alex are going side by side, Alex locks up. Only just manages to make the corner. Now look at that, Rose right on him, but Rose couldn't get him power down as well as Alex there on that corner. And there you go, look, 6.5 seconds now. They've got to catch. That's the only thing here. Otherwise, Notorious, he's going to win this race. The only thing that can stop him here, Notorious, is a puncture. And look, he's behind the lap car of Blackburn here, so he might actually get a bit of DRS too if he hurries it up. And I think he's doing his best here, but look, I think Notorious here, losing so much time in that first sector. Look, 5.4 in the gap. We were just talking about it in 6 seconds. It's now only 5.2. He's got to be careful now, but look at that, actually. Never mind, Wolfie He's burning the battery. He's burning everything. And there you go. Look, he's out of DRS range from Alex. Alex has pushed it quite a lot there. You saw that. He's on the curve. He's wide, and he's had a little snap. And here we go. Rose looks to make that move, and he's going to make that move. And right now he needs to. He needs to burn that battery now. Yellow flag sector 1. Don't know what's happened there. I think it's Aston Martin. G. Benny, they're having awful times here at the minute. Blackbone lapped. Or was about to be lapped at least. And there you go. Look, Notorious with DRS. The gap's 4.7, 4.9. It's increasing down his straight because there's no DRS available for the Sauber car. Blackbone, I think, just trying to run his own race here and trying to make that fastest lap work for him. But he's giving Notorious that DRS that he desperately needs, especially in these last few laps of this race. God knows what his tyre wear is, obviously, because he's doing 17 laps. God knows what Jimmy Ripcor's tyres are, who's going to be under threat from Kodoy soon. But my goodness me, there are some brilliant stints being pulled out here. Jerry Ripco, I think, is the one who's... I think he's the one I'm rooting for the most at the minute, because those tyres must be ruined on that car. Have a look at them. They're gone, those rear tyres. I mean, I'm going to say especially the rears there, because they've got to be struggling about this whole race. But right now, let's have a look at this one with Kodoy. Let's see, he's going to be able to make a move here on Jerry Ripco. He's going to go to the inside. Let's see it work now. He's going to go on the inside. He's going to probably break a little bit later than the Williams driver. And there you go. He has made the move. And something I want to point out right front, look at the gap. Notorious doing his best out there. He's doing everything he can on those hard tyres. But I just don't know if it'll be enough. The only thing that can really stop him now, Wolfie, will be that last time overtake from Rose. It might come earlier. We don't know. But Rose, look, he's got so little battery to play with. He has got the DRS. That is the good news for him. But look, Notorious, he's not getting any more DRS than Blackbone out in front. He is off and away, Blackbone now. He is going to have no more help in this race. It is just going to be one lap, drive to that flag, and see where you end up. Because right now, he might stand up P2. We don't know yet. But G. Benny now picks up penalty for multiple warnings. He's further down the field than he would want to be. But unfortunately for him, nothing's going to happen. And there you go. Look, Wolfie, I think, now knows it. Here we go on to the final lap of this race. Notorious is currently still leading. But any mistake from any of these guys could cost them a win. We're going to wait and see. And let's have a look in through these first sectors. And there you go. Look, Wolfie, massive slide coming out the first exit there of turn 2. And look, they've got to be careful. Look, they've got to push as much as they can. But they have old hards. Everyone here is old hards. But you can see just how much time Notorious is losing through this first sector. And you can see it in just every second bleeding away on the timing sheets. And right now the gap is only 2.8. Right now, as it stands, Wolfie wins this, and he knows it. Look, he's trying to save all that battery that he can. But remember, he should be maybe fighting Rose on this final lap. He's going to worry about so much. He's the one who needs to worry about so much. Rose too. Notorious just needs to drive to the line. That's all he can do now. That's the only thing he needs to do. And because he's got no one around him, he's going to try his absolute best now to make that one-stop work. Rose and Wolfie on the 2, so they've got to try and make it work. Where are they going to be by the end of this race? Let's have a look. The gap is only 2.3 seconds. We are going to see, most likely, the driver in P2 win. But who will that driver in P2 be? It might be Rose. It might be Wolfie. Rose with the run. Is he going to send it? He's going to maybe try it. And I don't think he's going to be able to do it in the end. But look, Wolfie really trying to complain on that exit there. Let's see it now. He's got no DRS here, Wolfie. I think Notorious is going to come across the line and win. He'll be happy with that one. But Wolfie will redeem himself from Australia. He's going to take the win provisionally, obviously. We don't know how many penalties Notorious got. We don't know if any of them are unfair. We don't know yet. But incredible race from Notorious as well. Rose, brilliant from him. The fight's still going on. There you go, look, Jerry Ripcord. Oh, no, actually, no, it's a D. That's actually a D, sorry. No, he's having so much problems out there. Has he got a puncture? He's got 14 lap hole mediums. That's got to be a puncture in the end of it. Jerry Ripcord actually trying to go for a move here, maybe, on Kodoy, and he might come home in P8. Insanity there. 24 lap hole hard tyres, and he's made it work. Insane stuff from Jerry Ripcord. He saves the team's points in the end, really. There was a D. I mean, he's got to have a puncture. But look, there you go. There's still fighting actually going on. Kadom gets half put in the wall there from Bolton in the end of things. So there was going to be anything said about that. And there you go. Look, I think a D. He must have punctured. Yeah, there you go. Rear right. Walter gets sent to penalty, apparently. But Kadom, no. He does finish ahead anyway. Ben just manages to stay ahead of Duncan Ball as well. I'm just going to go through some of these results here. Baz Brains insane result again, actually, by the way. P5. Once again, Kodoi as well. He was involved in quite a lot here. He did struggle a lot, but he did manage to get ahead of Jerry Ripcore in the end. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh my god. This is insane stuff. Did Blackburn actually take... Oh, okay. I was saying Blackburn take fastest lap, but no, he just absolutely binned it across the start-finish line. He at least gets 1 point in the end. GG's to Wolfie as well. He made it work in the end with that 2-stop. Rose as well, right behind him, did his damn best, but unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to break through for that second win of the season. And there you go. Big congratulations to Wolfie. He redeemed himself from Australia. He is now the race winner. Rosie to set up the second best, and Notorious, incredible podium for him as well. He's played it perfectly, did the time management just as well, and yeah, I mean, there's got to be some shout-outs on this field. Jerry Ripcore would be my main shout-out. Insanity to be in P7 on basically lap, like, for one set of tyres the whole race. Insanity. He might actually be P8 in the end. Hold on a minute, let me just double-check this. It might be P8 actually, yeah, because Alex... left before the bits at the end there. So he will actually finish P8, but that is still insane stuff. Driver Day apparently goes to Kodoi. Baz Brains with most overtakes as well. We did see him do quite a lot there. But once again, Wolfie, race winner and fastest lap. He did not take pole in the end of things, but he's getting the points when it matters. And look, he wins this race from Rose in P2. Notorious, brilliant race for him as well in P3. Pablos actually, somehow in will be P5, actually, exact as P4. Alex is in P4, Pablos P5, Bazos P5, Bazos P6, sorry, Kodoi P7, Jim Ripcore P8, Ben P9, Duncan Brands on top 10, Kane on P11, G Benny P12, Walton P13, Adi P14, Blackman P15. Hold on a minute, Blackman was P15, hold on a minute. Then it will be Arbnor in P16, Bevan P17, who apparently is classified as DNF. I don't know if he actually retired from the end of the session there. He might have. But then, yeah, Bluebird, R. Henson, and Jeremy Saff also all recording DNFs in the end. I'm expecting quite a few reports in the end of that, but I think my main shout-outs, if you are all listening, I think it'll be my main driver of the day picks anyway. Wolfie, Rose, obviously you two have done great. Notorious as well. You've also done amazingly on them tyres. I would have shout Alex as well, but I don't know what's happened with your instance. I've got no idea what's happened, so I don't know if it was your fault or any other person's fault. I will shout you out though still, so you've still done a great race. And yeah, I think I mainly shout out Baz Brains. Brilliant stuff from him. Kodoi too. Both of you really struggled in that race, but you all managed to make it work. Jerry Ripcore, the main one. Insane time management, I'm assuming, because 24 laps on hards is just inhuman. And yeah, obviously some other people as well. Duncan Rod, actually, finishing P10 after all of that one. Brilliant, actually, for him, because he started P18 in the end. I don't think he had too many issues, but he almost was in P8 there. And Ben as well, another one, gets P9 in the end. He was only 5 thousandths away from losing that one. So good job to him. I think that's all my nominations, though, I guess, for some great drivers, though. And I think for the excitement that's going to be Jeddah, we'll have that all crashing down now, as the next race we'll be having is in Monaco. So yeah, we're not probably going to have much excitement through there, but we will maybe have something qualifying. We'll just have to wait and see. Maybe in the race, maybe even in the race. We don't know yet. Maybe some top drivers might hit the wall. We don't know yet. But that is a question for next week. And I've been Mr. Cookie. This has been BRL Season 14, Round 2 at Jeddah. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.